Claptastic. Gotta hear the sound of the lighter to start with.
Well, that's how you know this is Hayden's show now.
Yeah, we're getting sexy in here. Let's, Stan, editor's note, drop in some smooth sax. Hello, you're welcome to a new era of TSMR. Hello. Beautiful start. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and envies. It's me, Hayden, your beautiful baby GM. We're starting a new campaign. It's, I'm not at all extraordinarily nervous.
Doesn't show.
So, yeah, let's get into it. Joining me are our beautiful players for Campaign 2 of TSMR.
This is how it's always been.
Some new faces and some old faces. Why don't we just run
some
through
really
everything?
old faces.
They call me old face.
Right,
I'm a Dick Tracy villain.
Yep, so for those of you that don't know, Campaign 2 of TSMR is going to be using the Powered by the Apocalypse system Masks, A New Generation, which is a teen superhero RPG. And I can say I love this system. It's probably my favorite system that I've ever played because of the great balance between mechanics and mechanics that incentivize role playing, which is rare in RPGs, and it's anytime I come across like something like that, I just absolutely love it. And I like teen superheroes. I think they're super cool. Let's introduce all of our heroes for this campaign, starting with Stan Ford. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you, Hayden.
Oh, great. So tell me, who are your guys?
Well, I only have the one guy that I'm playing, and that guy is Nightboi. Now, anyone who's listened to the Balloonatic bonus episode is already familiar with Nightboi, but just for a real quick recap, Nightboi is a 12, 13-year-old vampire, got bitten in the midst of early adolescence. So he's forever stuck in that awkward phase. He wears for his costume some crap that he just picked up. And then we're talking about saddle shoes, black jeans, tuxedo t-shirt, and a black bed sheet as his cape. And he slicks his hair back with pomade. But it's not because he has really wiry, curly hair. Some of it kind of sticks out anyway. So it's not, nothing really just works for this kid. He tries though, because of his young age at the time that he transformed. He has the speed and strength of an above average person.
Something I am curious about. Ever since that Balloonatic episode, where are you living? Do your family know about this? What's
Oh, I'm living at the school. The school has its own little campus, little boarding campus. So that's where I'm at.
Cool. All right. Ivan.
My character is named AAAAAAANI, which is short for Autonomous Armored Attack Assistance and Advancement AI with Advanced Intelligence.
Wait, yes, so Advance is in there twice?
She, most people just call her Annie or Annie if they want to be more formal. And she was developed by a military contracting company to make the perfect war machine, but she was too intelligent and gained sentience, and now is essentially a teenager, but a teenage AI with a robot body that looks kind of like if you pictured ED-209 from RoboCop, but wearing a school uniform. Does this school have a uniform?
It does.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, wearing a school uniform and
What is the school uniform then? Because I have my costume that I wear.
Yeah, some people, the uniform is for people who don't have costumes yet.
Oh.
And so some people mix the uniform with the costume, and those that don't have a superhero identity yet just have just wear the costume. It's like black and white suit, black tie with the crest of the school on the left breast.
all right.
Black tie? So it's like a tuxedo?
Like a tuxedo.
It's not a bow tie.
Everybody wears a tuxedo to school. I think she flares up the uniform a little bit with a hat, like a beret, maybe.
Oh, I love it.
She instead of arms, she has miniguns, which don't work. She manipulates things with hands that she has made out of force fields projected from her body, and she also has a holographic screen on the front of her body which shows a very basic face, like a smiley face, that can change dynamically. And mostly she's just a regular kid,
Nice. All right. And moving on to our newest cast member, Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
I'm not Bobby, you're Bobby. Yeah, why don't you introduce your character?
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to be playing Ray, and they are a gaseous, they're a foreign exchange student from a gaseous people I have named the Nobelium, because this is what I'm doing with my life. Yeah, they're a foreign exchange student, so they're normally like a gaseous entity that is super, super not human at all. Like they're just, so like they don't have parents. They have like a progenitor, I guess, who reproduced asexually, and that's how Ray came into being. But they're obsessed with human TV, so got really into that, which is why they signed up for the foreign exchange program, and now they're trying to be a human to the best of their ability, but with all their references being like high school shows, so that does not go well for them, as you can imagine.
You have you have like a human form that you walk around with most of the time.
In order to fit in better, they normally move in this kind of human body that they made for themselves, because radical shapeshifting is one of their powers. And they dress like Stevani from Steven Universe, so kind of androgynous without looking super masculine. So like they have really like long black hair that's often styled. But if Stevani from Steven Universe dressed from Veronica Lodge from Riverdale, so
basically
a lot of
the coolest
capes.
person ever.
And I don't think that they're aware of the whole uniform concept. I don't think they understand it, and it's not. They don't wear the school uniform, but they don't really have like a superhero uniform either. They just kind of dress the way they dress.
Mm-hmm. Just with whatever clothes come to them first.
I think it's more intentional than that. Yeah. So they also really like shopping. So they have like a whole curated closet. Because again, their perception of teens is from movies and stuff, and teens spend a lot of time shopping. So
do they have a secret closet behind their closet, like in the movie Bratz?
No, but they do have the smart closet thing from Clueless.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Love it.
Maybe not.
Can't wait.
They're the foreign exchange student, and they're staying with like a normal family.
let's get into the episode proper. Welcome to Halcyon City. It's a coastal metropolis known for being the center of kind of the superhero world. There's more superheroes per capita in Halcyon City than in any other place in the world. And superheroes aren't anything new in this world, especially by this point, which is modern day. They've kind of always been around, but there was a huge explosion of them in the 40s around World War II. Really established them as a kind of the modern form of superheroes that we know today, and have carried on now. Nowadays, there is a growing number of teen superheroes, more so than there have ever been, to help train these new heroes. A hero, one of the first from World War II, Miss Maverick, has started a school for young superheroes. The school opened about 5 years ago. It is called Defender Academy. It has everything you could possibly need to train young heroes. It even has a dormitory for people that want to stay at the school, or people who have not so stable living situations, as young heroes often don't. We start on a Saturday around 9 o'clock outside of Defender Academy, which is situated in the river of Halcyon City. It has this driveway going up towards it.
Is it like a barge?
It's like a little island in the middle of the river.
An island, man. This is a big river.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
We're on the Mississippi.
Pretty much. Yep.
What continent is this? Is it a real continent?
It's America.
Okay.
All right, so we're somewhere in somewhere near St. Louis, maybe.
It's coastal. We don't need to worry about which coast. Pulling up to the front doors of the academy is a minivan being piloted by a woman in her late 30s, and in the passenger seat is her wife. They are Ray's foster family. They pull up and stop, and the driver, Janet, looks back at you. Listen, I know you're still getting used to the way things are here, so I'm in a very weird situation because I don't know whether to be disappointed in you or not. Because you didn't really know better, but I want you to try and use this day to learn more about the way things work around here. Do you think you can do that?
Oh, yeah. I totally researched the Breakfast Club when I found out I got detention, so I think I got this. Thanks, Janet.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
That's terrible. That's a terrible place to start. That gives you the exact opposite lesson than you're supposed to get out of it.
All right, it's just we'll be back at 3 to pick you up.
Great, see you then.
A few moments later, a pickup truck pulls up to the doors. Your adoptive father, Annie, is driven you to the school. You're sitting in the back bed of this truck. It's the only thing big enough to fit you.
What does he look like?
I think early 2000s Matthew McFadden, when he was real hot and not puffy faced.
We're doing a lot of pop culture with descriptions.
Yeah, that's not going to be really good for people who've never seen these things.
No.
Google exists, Stan.
Yeah,
So
the idea is to get a picture in the mind's eye while they're listening, so they don't have to do any extra work.
well, maybe you can DM this campaign.
So he has kind of a small face for his head size. That's what I'm getting from looking at pictures of Matthew McFadden.
Yeah, that's an apt description.
but pretty handsome.
Yeah. He like opens that little partition in the back glass that some pickup trucks have. Just sticks his small face out of it. All right, sweetie. I'll be back at 3 to pick you up. Try not to get into any more trouble while you're here, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry I got detention.
Listen, I know it wasn't your fault, you know. What can you do? Sometimes that's just the way things work out.
Yeah. I guess
okay.
so. There goes my perfect record.
It's okay. They're gonna forget about that. It's the first time. You're gonna be fine.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
I jump down off the back of the pickup truck, making it bounce up and down with my probably 600 to 800 pound robot body thumping down onto the concrete.
So, Nightboi, how do you arrive at the school?
I'm there. I live there.
So you just walk up in your pajamas.
So I wake up. Do we have to wear anything for detention, or we just go there? And is this like just a Saturday? Okay, so this is a Saturday detention. This weird.
Is Saturday detention, yeah.
Okay, so I wake up. I throw on one of my 3 pairs of black jeans, one of my 5 tuxedo shirts, one for each day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And
Snazzy.
Is it a warm day? Is it what season is it right now?
It is fall.
It's fall, so it's pretty cool out. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my cape on.
So it's 9:00. Are you in danger?
It's 9:00 on a Saturday. Why would I be in danger? Oh, yeah, because it's
You're
daytime.
a vampire.
Oh, then yeah, I throw on some
sunscreen.
I take my cape that has a hood on it, and I cover my head with the hood, and I cover my arms and just hold the cape shut so I can walk without any sun shining on me. And I stay mostly indoors anyway because the barracks.
It's
the
not a
dormitory
military
is
school.
attached to the campus.
Cut to the library where detention is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
You enter, Nightboi. You see Annie there and Ray.
Are they the only ones there?
See Annie, Ray, and you see these twins.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware of them from around school, Lucy and Beale. They are have a very trad goth kind of aesthetic, right? Lots of black.
So I'm familiar with them. Am I familiar with Annie or Ray?
No. You do know of Ray now, though, because of the incident that got them in detention. Do you want to say what it was?
So Ray attempted to do a senior prank. They're not a senior, and it's the fall, so not any appropriate timing. Single-handedly, they attempted to get the principal's car onto the roof, and this went a little bit awry because their powers are not the most conducive to that. So instead, it wound up partially phased in the cafeteria, and Ray just kind of left it there.
That's a really good prank, though.
Yeah, this car incident in the cafeteria is all anyone has been talking about for the past couple of days.
Have they gotten it out?
It is still there. They're chipping away at it.
I go and sit with the twins.
All right. The only other person there, besides you guys, the twins, is a boy about 14 or so, and he's wearing the proper uniform. He's real, gangly looking nerd.
And none of us know that boy.
Nah, you're not familiar with him at all.
Okay, so who knows these twins besides me?
I think I've seen them, but
all of you have seen them around. Mm-hmm. So, and you all know their names, just from being around, because they're a bit older than you.
Did I?
Oh, I know their names. What are their names?
They're about 17. The girl is Lucy, and the boy's name is Beale.
Hayden, are these the people I talked to, like, right after the incident with...
Yep, you met them in the cafeteria during the incident.
Okay.
I turn to one of the twins and I say, "So you guys are demons?"
Lucy just smiles and says, "I don't know, maybe."
I mean, because you're named Lucy and Beale. That's like Lucifer and Bale.
You'll have to take it up with our parents.
Are your parents demons?
Hey, we have our suspicions.
I'm a vampire. I really shouldn't even be here. I'm supposed to be a villain.
Yeah, the cape and the fangs didn't tip me off.
Yeah, so we should work together.
Totally.
You guys as demons, me as a vampire, we could rock it.
Yeah, I would be really into that.
Awesome. I'll talk with you a little bit later on that. I don't want those squares finding out. And I point at the
I point at the giant tank TV screen and the gassy person.
I think if anybody knows of me, they know me as the biggest square in school.
Literally and figuratively.
Uh-huh.
After you all take your seats, a door opens in the library, and in walks in the headmaster of the school, Miss Maverick. Now, she's about in her 90s at this point, but she looks like she's just entering her 60s. And like she's in like real good shape. She's kind of looks like Lauren Bacall a little bit, and has her hair she has her silver hair up in Liberty curls and is wearing a domino mask.
What does Lauren Bacall look like?
Lauren Bacall looks.
She's like a blonde.
All right, so Lauren Bacall has wide set eyes and wavy blonde hair. Mm-hmm. So is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, and is wearing kind of like a World War II era's like army uniform, with like the jacket and the tie kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. But it's blue with red accents. She has a cup of coffee in her hand.
Is her title like Miss Maverick or
Principal Maverick?
She goes by Principal Maverick or Miss Maverick.
All right. I say good morning, Miss Maverick.
Yeah, good morning. All right. All of you are here for one reason or another, and you're going to be here until 3 o'clock. I want you to take this time to think about what you did to get yourselves in here, and more importantly, whether that conduct was befitting of aspiring heroes, and how you can better yourself going forward.
I raise my hand up in the air.
Yes.
I just thought about it, and I'm here because I broke curfew, and I can prevent that from happening by not going out with my friends at night anymore. So, thanks. I will see you later.
Oh, great. Yeah, just, you can leave.
Thank you. And I start heading to the door.
Yeah, no, of course you can't leave. Sit back down.
Oh.
I raise my hand.
Yes, Annie.
I'm very sorry for what I did. I know that I'm not allowed to leave.
That's good, Annie. That's good. I'll be in my office if you should need me. Don't need me. I don't want any sleeping or talking. Just sit in your chairs quietly and just think things over. And she walks out.
After she walks out, I say, you know what? I should really file a complaint with this school, because being out during the daytime is very hazardous for me. And they should really have night classes for people like me. This is ridiculous. I should be considered maybe, I don't know, special needs.
How many people like you are there?
I don't know. I'm the only vampire I know besides the vampire who bit me. And I don't really know them.
The kid with the school uniform wearing glasses. I don't think we're supposed to be talking.
I know how this goes. I've seen The Breakfast Club. It's fine.
What are they gonna do? Give us more of this?
Is What's the Breakfast Club?
I go, where's the remote for the big TV?
This is a library. There's no TV.
There's a TV. She's wearing a dress.
Oh.
I don't have a remote. I do have a remote, actually, but it is locked in a safe in my dad's dresser.
Are you connected to the internet?
No, my dad wouldn't let me.
Oh, at least we could have watched some YouTube.
I can only connect if there's like a fiber optic or something.
Oh, you know what? I bet I can find some.
Yeah, you can try it. I don't know.
All right, I use that opportunity to change into a little juvenile mouse, and I scatter around the floor looking for some holes in the wall that I can crawl into.
Cool.
Who am I sitting by? Am I sitting by Annie, I guess? Or
You're sitting by whoever you want to sit by.
Yeah, I guess we're sitting next to each other.
yeah, I go to Annie and I'll be like, I didn't know that vampires could do that.
Yeah, me neither. I guess that's something some vampires can do. I don't know.
Nightboi, while so you turn into a mouse and you run under a desk, and as you're running by, you look up and you notice wads and wads of chewing gum just under there, just years worth, and messages like "Jonathan sucks butts,"
Wow.
Metallica, things like that.
Metallica wrote that?
Wildcats 2013.
Get your head in the game.
There's something else under there
Sharpay
that
rules.
you notice as you run past is a carving of a lowercase I. It looks like in place of a dot is a human eye. Yeah, that's weird. As you run past, and you don't find any holes in the walls or anything, but the gap under the door. As a mouse, you could probably fit under that.
Okay. I squeeze underneath the gap of the door. And basically what I'm trying to do is find a coaxial cable outlet that has a cable coming out.
Right. Where in a school do you think you could find that? Do you know of a student that would have that, or a certain classroom, or?
I would imagine any classroom should have it, or at the very least, there's some sort of Wi-Fi, and we were in the library, so you'd think it was there. So I'm thinking that there must be an office in the school that has a powerful wireless transmitter.
Like the librarian's office, for example.
I don't connect to wireless, though.
Are you saying that Annie has an Ethernet port?
Yeah, Annie does have an Ethernet port and
yeah. Okay, so
doesn't connect to Wi-Fi.
Nightboi, you
or Bluetooth.
Do you know of the room that would have all this, or do you want to look for a classroom?
I'm searching for any clues, because we're inside of some room inside the library, or are we inside the entire library?
The library is one big open room, right?
Okay, so
With
the closest door that I went to, does that lead to the hallway or to an office?
Yes, I should have specified that is the hallway door.
So yeah, let me go ahead and assess the situation.
Would now be a good time to talk about how the dice work in this game?
Yes, you're always going to roll. You're going to roll 2d6 for everything. The only thing that's going to change is what modifier you add on to that based on what stat you're rolling for a specific move. So for the move Assess the Situation, that is going to be your roll plus superior. So 2d6 plus your superior modifier.
Which is -1 for me.
Oh, Jesus.
4.
You're just walking around. You stop for a second, like sniff the air.
You smell some cheese.
Smell some cheese, yeah. You smell some weed coming out of someone's locker. But other than that, you're not finding any. All
right.
Aux
so
cables.
I end up going back to the library nonplussed.
Mark potential. Lucy's back so soon.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out where anything was. I just realized I don't know what I was looking for. I mean, I know what I was looking for, but I didn't know where to look for it.
You're going to be invaluable to our cause.
Hey, look, if I could fly or get like blueprints.
If you can turn into a mouse, can't you also turn into a bat? Isn't that what
I mean,
Dracula's
like if I could fly
known
over the
for?
school and then like see, if I don't have X-ray vision, so I can't fly over and look and see where everything's at. So, I mean, I could fly over the school if I could get out of it and then just look at the roof, but that won't help.
That's true, it won't. You could just not
I could just not what?
look for a Ethernet cord so that you can use my face to play Tetris or something.
Do you have onboard games? Can you play like Tetris or Snake?
Yeah, I think there is like a calculator. You can play Snake, and maybe like a really basic version of Pac-Man.
Nice.
Oh man, these games suck.
That's part of me.
You need better games. Oh my gosh, that could be our quest.
It's really
The
hard
quest to get
to
better
install
games.
new software. Nobody makes it for me.
What's your name?
Annie.
Annie. Okay, Annie. Annie, you are my personal project for this year.
That's weird.
I am taking a class in computer science, and I'm totally going to learn how to get you new video games.
Wait, are you gonna make over Annie? Because I'm all about a
Okay.
makeover.
I guess.
Oh, you could do the makeover, and I can do the brain over.
Brain over sounds kind of weird, but you can do that, I guess.
Look, I was just trying to go with something that was thematic. I mean, that's more exciting than
Yeah, I
saying
get it, but
upgrade.
yeah, I see what you're saying, but don't
Lu-
call it a brain over.
You've been here for years.
Lucy leans back in her chair and just sighs. Oh God, I have to use the bathroom, and just walks out.
Don't get lost. It's really easy.
Don't you need permission or something?
Maybe you do.
Do you go to the bathroom, Annie?
Yes, you want to watch?
He was talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
That's private.
She really should have gotten permission first. The glasses kid says.
Who are you, glasses kid?
My name's Taurus.
Taurus, so you're like a bull?
Yeah.
Like a bull? Like a bull?
Yeah.
Are you like a bull?
I mean, I like to think that I am.
You like to think that you're like a bull?
I like to think that I'm, yes.
Do you have like super strength?
I mean, sort of.
Sort of? I mean, I sort of have some strength. Let's arm wrestle.
Okay.
All right, so I scoot up a chair right across from him, and I put my arm out.
Are
He
you
puts
sure?
his arm out.
Are you sure you're okay with this?
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Okay.
Ray gets up to ref it. All right, I want a clean game.
All right.
Clean
on
wrestle.
on three.
Clean wrestle.
1, 2, 3. And on 3, he doubles in size and grows fur, and his face elongates and to become more of a snout, and 2 horns grow out of the side of his head, and he is a minotaur.
All right. To match the Minotaur, I change to a gorilla.
Is turning into any animal something that vampires can do?
Yeah.
In this world, yes.
Okay.
And Dracula does it a whole bunch. He turns into wolves. He turns into
Doesn't he
bats.
mostly turn into creepy animals, though? Gorillas aren't very creepy.
Like God,
They're terrifying.
This is a very creepy gorilla.
All right, so Nightboi.
Okay.
Way this contest of strength is going to work is you're going to roll to unleash your power.
All right. Well, I usually use that just to make like an adult. But yeah, I'm going to need to do an adult gorilla for him.
Yeah.
Because
and
a juvenile gorilla won't win against a minotaur.
Yeah, and it's the best ways I can think of to express this mechanically.
All right, so this is a freak.
Yep, 2d6 plus your freak.
Which is 3. 11.
Boom, yep. You're struggling against this gorilla. He's struggling against this gorilla. And you're struggling against this minotaur, and you're locked just dead even. You see some sweat roll down the side of his face. And then he starts to push your hand down, and then you rally, and boom, you pin his arm.
Bam! Good game, friend.
Victory goes to Nightboi.
He shrinks back down into his human form and puts on his glasses. Oh, wow. That's... I never knew gorillas were that strong.
I come over and say, I guess I don't have arms. I put my my big machine gun on the table as if to arm wrestle Nightboi.
Is Nightboi still a gorilla, or?
No,
Okay.
I switched back to Nightboi. So my powers are no longer unleashed. I say, well, if it makes you feel better, I had to really unleash my powers. So I can't think of a better term for that phrase to match you. Otherwise, you would have kicked my butt.
At that moment, all of the lights in the library go out, and a red emergency light clicks on, casting everything in a in a reddish glow.
And Lucy's still out?
Lucy is still out, and the an alarm starts going off, and a metal portcullis kind of thing is best ways I can describe it. Closes over the library door.
So we're trapped in?
It would appear so.
This did not happen in the Breakfast Club. I'm not prepared for this.
Oh God, what's happening? I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Like a portcullis, does this thing have grates?
No, it's just one split solid. Whenever they close kiosks at the mall.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That kind of but it's like that, but way sturdier and thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can turn into a small animal and go through it.
You can't do that because it's just one solid thing, and it
Right.
goes flush with the bottom of the door frame. What's happening?
Well, I would say that there's a danger, and we're trapped in here for our safety.
This reminds me of my early childhood in a not good way.
Can I go up to the door and can I try one of my outsider moves?
You
Okay,
can.
so alien tech's a thing I get, which, as Hayden I discussed with you, I want to be able to infuse human devices with gaseous abilities and or density control. Or I guess I could either do... Do you think it's alien tech, or do you think it's just unleashing my powers, a la how I tried to affect the density of the principal's car?
Either one is applicable in this situation, so you can choose.
I'm gonna try alien tech. Okay, so
All
that's
right.
rolling 2d6, right? Plus freak 6, so I do not make it.
I'm afraid not. Mark potential. You try and infuse this door, but it's just a solid sheet of metal, and you can't find whatever mechanical part of this is activated it, and it's just stays firm.
I feel bad for Lucy because she can't come back in here and hang out with us cool people.
Beale just grunts. It's like,
I go up to it and sort of slam my body into it to see if I can make it move, because I'm pretty large and heavy.
okay.
Do I dent it, or is it impervious?
Just straight punching it, it's pretty solid.
It's down against the ground,
Yeah.
coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
Can I try and make a force field underneath it that gets taller to try and push it up?
Yes. Roll to unleash your powers.
12.
Nice.
Boom. You do that. You create a little force field underneath this shield, and it rises up, and you hear this really ear-splitting mechanical grating sound above the din of the alarm as this thing lifts up, and you push it all the way up. Now there's still the regular door underneath it.
Okay. I open the door.
Can you move through your
I think I shape my force field to be like an archway that's holding up the thing, but I can walk like it just has a hole in it.
Cool. Cool, yeah,
and
you
I
can
open the door.
You can do that. You do that.
What is it like out in the hall?
The hallway is full of lockers and doors to various classrooms. No one's in it because it's Saturday. No one's in the hallway because it's a Saturday. And the lights are out in here as well. Any windows or doors are closed with those same metal sliders. The red light's emergency light is on and the alarm is going off.
Annie, go to the girls' bathroom.
What?
Okay.
I don't trust Lucy. She's a devil.
I run to the bathroom, look inside.
I really think we should stay here.
Well, I'm going to come right back. I just need to find her and make sure she's safe.
Okay.
Taurus, if Lucy turns out to be evil and Bale too, I want you to hold Bale down to the ground because he looks like a total dweeb.
Isn't Bale here?
Bale is here. He just raises an eyebrow.
He doesn't do anything. Just look at him. He's just sitting there pretending like he's cool because he's goth, and he's not. He's just a nerd with fashion sense.
He raises up one finger, hold on a second, and reaches in his pocket. And when he pulls his hands out, he's flipping you the bird. Similar situation as before, Annie. There's a metal door over the girls' bathroom.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing.
All right, do it.
5.
You're still a little worn out from lifting that thing and shaping the force field in the way that you wanted. It took a little bit out of you, so you're still a little tired from it before. So it reaches up like it wants to budge, but you can't summon enough strength to lift it.
Mm-hmm.
Annie, are you okay?
Is that a Michael Jackson joke?
I wasn't even thinking about it, but that's pretty cool.
I can't get this door open.
I will go down to help Annie.
Okay, I'll stay here with Taurus, and we'll keep an eye on Jerkface.
You should try to befriend Beale. I mean, he's kind of a cool guy, and then I'll go.
I don't trust him at all because he's a demon, and his sister left here, and then all this stuff went down. So right now, she's my number one suspect, and they just look super shady.
I mean, you're a vampire is the sound of me as I'm running down the hallway to get to,
When you first met them, didn't you say that you should be an evil team or something?
Yeah, but they weren't cool with it. So, I mean, they treated me like I was a shit.
So you find Annie in the hall, Ray.
Yeah.
All right, what is it you wanted to do?
I'm going to do Unleash My Power, and I'm just going to try to phase through.
Yeah, I'll say because of that, phasing is just your normal thing, right? So
yeah.
So you can do that, no problem.
Okay,
if you're just
I'm just
yourself.
going to phase through the bathroom to double check that she's even in there.
You poke your head in, and you don't see anyone in there.
All right, I poke my head out, and I'm like, it's empty. And
I turn to Bale, and I say, okay, so you're super my number one suspect? So where is your sister, and what's going on?
He shrugs.
Okay, Taurus, could you smash his face into the desk?
I don't really feel comfortable doing that.
Oh, well, I do, and I unleash my powers.
Right. What are you turning into?
I need things with hands, so it may be another gorilla again, but I'm trying to think of something better.
I mean, gorilla's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'll do a gorilla again. 10.
All right, cool. Yep, you turn into a gorilla. So roll directly engage to get him.
So 2d6 plus 2. 8. So I get to pick 1.
Yes.
So I'm going with frighten the opposition.
All right.
So I do this by smashing their face into the desk.
Okay.
And I take him by the hair, I smash it into the desk, and I go, so where's your sister, punk?
When you do that, he clamps onto your hand that's on the back of his head, and you feel a shock run up your entire arm.
Whoa!
Mark insecure.
-2 to defend someone or reject others' influence.
And he is like clawing at your hand on the back of his head, just like looking at you, staring daggers at you. Taurus just says, "Why? Listen, I think might be jumping to conclusions here. Let's not, just let him go."
Maybe we could jump to some answers before we jump to some conclusions. What do you say, Beale?
I don't know where my sister is.
Do you trust her?
She's my sister. Yeah.
I don't trust my sister.
That sounds like a you problem. Back to the hallway. Annie and Ray, you're in this hallway. So you know that, let me describe the layout of this hallway a little bit better. So you have your lockers and then doors to the various classrooms. And on the very end of the hallway is the door to the principal's office, which is also, barred like everything else right now.
Should we go knock on the principal's office door?
Yeah, or at least I can poke my head in.
Okay, so you want to stick your head in?
Yeah.
Are you going all the way in, or?
Yeah, I mean, I figured like halfway. So like my head and like upper torso is like poking in, but I'm not like fully just like walking in the door.
You stick your head in and you see Lucy is in there, and she is in the process of tying up Miss Maverick.
Does she see me, or?
She has her back to you. Like, she's behind the principal's desk right now.
Okay, I'm going to poke myself out. I'm assuming I can do that because if her back's turned to me.
Was she in there?
Lucy's tying her up. I will tell Annie.
That's bad. Let's go in there.
Let's grab Nightboi and Co.
Yeah.
Or I guess we can just go in there. I don't know.
I mean, what are we gonna do? If she can beat up the principal, then what can we do to her?
I think numbers. I think numbers are on our side. If I learned one thing from the Breakfast Club, it's that we need a basket case and a nerd and an athlete and a princess. So
can I be the princess?
Of course. So let's get our basket case and the athlete.
Okay.
Our basket case and the athlete. I'm guessing
relief.
I'm the basket case.
Let's go get them.
Yeah, so you enter into back in the library.
As you enter into the library, you see me throw Beale into the ceiling.
Nightboi, we got bigger fish to fry. Lucy's tied up Miss Maverick in her office.
See, Taurus? I told you. Both of them. Huh. Jumping to conclusions. Jumping to the right conclusions. You piece of crap.
Okay, but I don't think beating the crap out of him got the answer, because I got the answer.
This seems unnecessary.
So why don't you take this anger? It's really great. It's really helpful, and just let's direct it at Lucy and Miss Maverick's door.
Well, let's tie him up so he's not any use to her.
Wait, are you sure that was my sister?
I mean, do you have another sister, or does she have a clone?
As far as I know, I don't.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure I saw her.
Why would she do that, though?
Because you're devils.
It's not my fault our
You're a
parents
vampire.
were
You shouldn't be
Satanists.
talking.
Yeah, but I wasn't a devil. I can be what I want to be. Speaking of, man, I am hungry. And I look at Beale.
It's not my fault our parents were Satanists.
This is all great. Let's sort this out later. To Miss Maverick's office? ?
Shouldn't we tie him up first, just in
No.
case they have, Wonder Twin powers?
No.
I don't have anything to do with this.
All right. The very least, we could use him as a bargaining chip. I can't hold on to the gorilla form that long, so I end up switching back to Nightboi.
He stands up and wipes some blood from his nose. If that is my sister in there, someone has to be making her do this.
Are you saying that the devil made her do it?
No, the devil never made anyone do anything.
Yeah, it seems kind of against Satanist principles.
Let's go.
Let's go save our non-Satanist principal.
All right, so go back down the hallway.
Taurus boy, are you coming?
I guess so.
Yeah, you know you are.
All right, John. So you're standing. All of you, the 5 of you, are standing outside of the bard principal's office.
Okay, I'm going to do unstoppable, and I'm going to turn into a rhino.
Unstoppable.
So actually, I'm going to try. I'm going to turn into a juvenile rhino, so I'm not unleashing my powers.
All right.
But I'm going to use unstoppable, which is when you smash your way through scenery to get to or away from something. Roll plus danger.
All right, do that thing.
Yeah.
9.
All right.
Okay, on the 7 to 9, choose one. So this is a hit. The world breaks before me, and I get what I want. So on a 7 to 9, choose one. Mark a condition, leave something behind, or take something with you. I take Taurus with me.
All right.
Your best friend.
Get on my back, Taurus.
Okay.
All right, let's get that door. And you hear the little as my feet speed us up, and we ram through the door. My horn and head, his fists.
All right. You bust in, the door and the metal shutter just go flying out into the room. And you see Lucy quickly jumps and spins in the air to miss it and lands back on top of the desk.
Hi, Lucy. I'm home.
I don't understand. I feel like you're making a reference to something, but I don't really understand what it is.
Yeah, I squeeze through the giant hole. I'm very large.
I face through the wall because I'm extra like that.
This is a chance to introduce a new mechanic. So there's this thing called team points. Mm-hmm. Whenever you enter into a conflict with someone as a team, you get 3 team points.
Okay.
So this is a pool that all of you can access. So long as you're all working together, anyone in the team can spend a team point to add +1 to their roll.
Can we add to those points?
Certain moves will add things to them, but it will always specify in the move that it does.
Okay.
Cool. So we have 3 right now.
Taurus hops off of you and turns into a minotaur.
Oh, he wasn't a minotaur when I was busting through the door?
No. You didn't give him much head notice.
Yeah.
And Beal is just in the door frame.
I turn back into Nightboi. I point at Lucy and I say, "You've got some splaining to do."
Again, it feels like you're referencing something, but I just don't get it. But you're a vampire, right? You're probably like 100 years old or something.
No, I'm only 13.
Yeah, 100-year-old, 13-year-old. That must really suck for you.
I mean, eventually I'll be a 100-year-old, 13-year-old, but right now I'm a 13-year-old.
God, that's going to be real sad for you.
Why are you in high school?
What?
Don't you have to at least be 14 in order to be in high
I
school?
skipped some classes. I'm a smart guy.
I don't really get what this whole grade thing is. Or aging, for that matter.
Don't think about it. I mean, do they have grades in Xavier School for gifted youngsters?
Maybe it's based more on like a more specific progression system rather than age.
It's based on aptitude.
I say, your brother doesn't think you're you. So if you're not you, who are you?
Oh, I'm me.
I told you, Bale. You're such a stupid idiot.
He just shrugs.
Wow, you're so
We should have
mean.
tied him up. I still don't trust him.
We're at an impasse right now.
No, we're not.
I have the principal.
And I'm hungry. What's your point?
I mean, do you want your principal to die?
I can always eat her and make her into a vampire.
Do you hear Miss Maverick just going?
It's better than dying.
How is Lucy threatening Miss she's just tied up behind Lucy?
Yeah, she's behind. So Miss Maverick is on the floor, tied up, gagged behind the desk, which Lucy is on top of, where she jumped to avoid the doors that just busted in.
I got you. Okay.
The doors that are now lodged in the wall.
And initiative's not a thing.
Nope. You just go whenever you want to.
So presumably her office shares a wall with other things.
Yeah.
So I was basically gonna walk through the wall and then go to kind of go to further down the room in the other room and then pop out behind the desk. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Is Miss Maverick still right next to Lucy?
Miss Maverick is behind the desk.
Oh, okay.
Lucy is on top of the desk right now.
Can I make a force field behind Lucy that will stop her from getting to Miss Maverick?
Yes.
And in the meantime, while Annie is making the force field and Ray is preparing to move over, I decide to create some kind of distraction to get Lucy to focus on me and not Ray.
Okay.
I am going to use Not Human Enough, which is when you directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion. 13.
Pretty good.
So, yeah. Okay, so I get to use 2 things on her, and I get to mark a condition. So I get 3 options.
Yeah.
Awesome. To Lucy, I hop towards her. And at this point, I convert to full vampire mode. So my face is like super pale white. My eyes are bright red. Like my fangs are like out super far, down past my lower lip. I hop at her and my mouth is like opened up. I will resist or avoid their blows. I will create an opportunity for Ray, and I will I will surprise Lucy.
Yeah, you jump up, go full vampire. All right, you bash into her. She backs away, but she has nowhere to go because the force field is there. So she just presses herself against the force field. Just, get away from me.
I will walk through the wall into I guess is a classroom next door, or
yeah.
Okay, then I walk down.
Well, no, it's the teacher's lounge.
Oh, rad! Anything cool in the teacher? No, I shouldn't. I make a note of that for later.
It's where the Wi-Fi is.
And then
yeah, you see the modem for the Wi-Fi in there. So many aux cords, just like.
I grab an aux cord, and then I walk like close to the wall basically, and then I face like the end of the teacher's event, like the window to the outside presumably or whatever, and then I go in, so I'm towards the end of also her office. And then I go to the other side. So back to the office.
All right. So what you're doing is you're going around and then popping up on the opposite side of the force field where
and all that.
Miss Maverick is. Yeah. So you do that. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get to Miss Maverick.
You're now in there with her on that side, and Lucy is too distracted by Nightboi right now to notice you.
Can I untie her?
You can.
I do that.
Oh, y'all need to get out right now.
Who does she say that to? Just whispers it to Ray, or
yes.
Does she say that out loud to everyone?
Just to Ray, because she's there.
What's going on?
I have no idea, but she busted in here, and not a lot of people can overpower me. This is way beyond the level of some students right now. You need to get out. I'll call in the Sentinels for some backup. They'll be here soon, but I'll hold her off until then.
Noted. And then I
take down the force field.
All right, so with the force field down, that'll force Lucy to be slammed down onto the ground.
Yeah. She then looks up and sees Miss Maverick now standing over her. You're gonna have a lot worse than detention coming in your future. Taurus, this is not how I thought my day was gonna go.
Are we excused from detention now?
I think so, yes.
Cool.
Taurus grabs the desk and lifts it over his head and throws it at you, Nightboi.
At me?
You are going to take a powerful blow. Yep.
Right.
So roll plus conditions marked.
I am not my body. When I take a powerful blow, I may roll as if I had 2 fewer conditions marked. So if I do on a 10 plus, I must choose to lose control of myself in a terrible way.
Well, you don't have any conditions marked, do you?
I do.
Yes.
I have insecure, and no one bothered to comfort me. All right, so
That was coming across with the role playing. Now that I think about it,
7.
Fun thing about Take a Powerful Blow is it is the only move in which you want to roll low. So on a 7 to 9, you now choose 2.
Choose one.
Sorry. So you choose 1. Lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. Give ground, your opponent gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions.
I'm trying to imagine what taking a powerful blow and then, as a result, provoking a teammate or insulting a teammate. Like, you get hit with the desk and then you're like, Annie, you bastard.
Yep.
All right, so
basically you're not related to this.
I'm gonna mark 2 conditions, so that's gonna give me 3 conditions.
All right.
By struggling past the pain. And those 2 conditions, I'll take guilty and angry. So I'm insecure, guilty, and angry.
Same.
And I'm just like, oh, son of a...
Thank you for not swearing.
I was like, and I turn and I say, I try not to use gendered insults.
So Taurus just threw a desk at Nightboi.
Yes.
I don't want to do this.
This seemed a little unwarranted.
You seemed cool.
So apparently something's taken over Taurus, because Taurus was a cool dude. And I think someone's also got control of Lucy, even though she's not a cool dude.
Is Lucy still acting weird now? Or, I mean, I know she's subdued or whatever, but...
She's just acting like she's always acted.
Okay.
For as long as you've known her.
Except she's on the floor in pain.
Can I create a force field to stop Taurus from getting away?
You can.
I'm going to do that.
All right, so roll defend, which is plus savior.
3.
Nope. And
You
in
kill
fact,
him. You kill Taurus.
you try to make this force field around him, and he just ducks out of it as you're trying to form it. And he picks up Beale, and he throws Beale at Lucy.
Oh, God.
And Beale lands next to Lucy, and they hold hands, and their eyes start to glow blue, and electricity starts just arcing off of their bodies, just in everywhere. And it's kind of hard to look at them.
And one turns into an octopus, and the other turns into an ice unicycle.
Boom! You hear like a sonic boom, and you don't see them anymore.
She was possessed by something. Did it seem like it hopped to Taurus, or does it seem like it's gaining possessors? Possessees? Yeah, I will roll assess this a situation, which is... Oh, sweet. Superior, which is a thing that I have a lot of. Cool, so that's going to be...
On a 7, you get to ask 1.
I want to ask, how can we best end this quickly?
The way answers for assess the situation generally work is you're asking me directly,
Okay.
and then you can choose to role play. You can choose to role play you getting that information, or giving that out to your teammates, stuff like that. So,
Because it's something you're intuiting or
Exactly.
observing,
Yeah.
not something you're asking.
yeah.
Okay.
So, looking around, assessing the situation, a guy that you thought was on your side just turned on all of you. Lucy and Beale just got a huge boost in power. It seemed like, and bamfed, right?
Yeah.
And your things are real crazy, and you're not sure what's going on. So you think that the best option for all of you is to get Miss Maverick out of here and somewhere else. Just egress the situation entirely.
Yeah, Miss Maverick wants us to get out of here, and I think that's a good idea.
When I turned into a rhino and ran through the door, would you consider that a foolhardy action without talking to my team?
Yeah.
Sure.
I do.
Okay,
yeah,
then
for
that
sure.
clears insecure. Because I was insecure before that happened. So
All right.
now I am just guilty and afraid. No, guilty and angry.
You hear another sonic boom, and Lucy and Beale, still holding hands, appear in front of you, Annie, and both of them with their free hands just clamp onto you, and just electricity just courses through all of your body.
Well, she has to take the powerful blow, huh?
Unless you were going to do something.
Well, I wanted to clear guilty, so I wanted to make a sacrifice to absolve my guilt.
Okay, then roll defend.
8.
It costs you. You expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Do I still take a powerful blow?
No, because Nightboi jumped in to defend you.
Do I get to clear my condition on top of guilty?
I'll give it to you. Why not?
All right, sweet.
Yep, so you jump in. You see them coming for this robot person with electricity, and you jump in the way.
My only
I'm
weakness.
going to have to ask you now to take a powerful blow.
All right. Low numbers. Come on, low numbers. 4.
Oh, wow.
Real good. Mark potential, and you're good. You just take this, and Lucy just looks at you as you just take this bolt of electricity. Just, God, you really are a pain in the ass.
I feel like this makes my character guilty.
All right, you mark that.
Wait, why would you feel guilty? I managed to protect you and I didn't get hurt.
Oh, I guess if you don't get hurt, I wouldn't feel that
I
guilty.
mean, it hurts, but he didn't mark a condition.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mark guilty for myself, because that makes me guilty.
Oh, poor Annie.
I look at you like shaking with electricity, and I'm like, I probably could have handled that better than you.
I say, I'm a vampire. I can totally handle this.
Do vampires have immunity to electricity?
And you were got immunity to everything but wood and stinks in sunlight.
That's definitely not a thing.
Taurus says, Lucy, this has gone real south. I'm freaking out right now. I think we should quit. It's like, you want to turn back right now? Let's either hand ourselves over to them or just disappear here underground. So you're trying to flake on me, is that what you're saying? I mean, I wouldn't say it quite like, and boom, they disappear again.
Who?
Lucy and Beale. And then, boom, they appear back in front of Taurus and zap him.
Oh, no.
Just electricity arcing off of his body, and he's starting to burn. There's the smell of burnt hair. Just fills the office.
This problem appears like it's about to solve itself.
Shrinks back down to his normal size and just falls down.
Poor dummy. I should have known he would have been worthless when I beat him in arm wrestling.
You have a really terrible sense of character, don't you?
I think I'm no longer... Can I say I'm no longer guilty because of that asshole remark?
Oh, no.
Made me not feel bad for him anymore?
Nope. You're still guilty.
Okay.
Told you not to feel guilty.
I go down and check if Taurus still has a pulse and everything.
Yeah.
He still has a pulse.
Okay.
As I do that, my face turns into like a heart monitor.
Oh.
And it shows like...
Do you shoot out like a little stethoscope from your chest or something?
Yeah.
It's a weak heartbeat, though.
Oh.
I'm gonna unleash my powers and turn into a gorilla again, or at least attempt to. An adult gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
12.
All right.
I hop towards Lucy and Bale, and I take the sides of their heads and smash them together.
All right. Directly engage that threat.
11. So I get all 3. I'm going to resist and avoid their blows. I'm going to surprise them, and I'm going to take something away from them, and that's their consciousness. And that I'm going to make them unconscious.
I'm going to say no. You can't do that.
Their sanity.
Got dark.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and create an opportunity for my allies in whatever way they would like. So I smash their heads together, and for a moment, they're dizzy. and while they're dizzy, you guys can do something to them.
I tackle one of them with all of my weight.
Ray, go inside their lungs and suffocate them.
That's not what I was thinking, but that's an interesting thought.
Yep, sure things here. Just kill the Earth Queen.
I don't want to know how I could
the Earth
probably
Queen
like phase
deserved
it.
it.
By the way,
Try to phase
how long
into
do we
them.
have to wait till the Sentinels show up?
Hashtag Zahir was right.
And what's Miss Pretzel Face doing?
Yeah.
She's
Maverick.
just taking all this in right now.
She's just watching us do
okay.
this, not helping.
She's looking pretty bad right now.
I'm going to roll Unleash My Power, and I'm going to stretch my arms. 11.
You do that thing.
Okay, yeah. So I go up to them, and I stretch my arms around both of them, which was probably really freaky. And I take off my cape. I take off my cape before I do this, obviously. And put my arms around them and then make myself really, really dense. So like they have to it require effort to extract themselves from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should try and make sure that they can't touch each other.
Oh, good call.
So I pile on and grab one of them and hold them apart.
Directly engage.
Why don't you add a point from the team pool too? Because
Yeah.
we need to absolutely make sure they do not touch each other.
Yeah.
Danger, danger. High voltage. I got an 11.
Nice.
All right. Cool, you get to choose two.
I'm gonna take them away from each other and prevent them from hurting me.
You tackle one, Ray has the other, and you pull them apart. And you see like a little spark as they as their hands are pulled away from each other.
I think they reach for each other, and I put down a force field
yeah.
right where their hands are about to touch.
I go to Annie and I comfort Annie by saying, "You don't need to feel guilty. There's really only a very few things that can kill me."
Sunlight kind of seems like a biggie.
Yeah, but they didn't hit me with sunlight. They hit me with electricity. What? Yeah, whatever.
That's true. It's a totally different process for creating light.
Yeah, it's very specific. It's got to be sunlight.
Would a fusion power plant do the same thing to you?
No, because it's not specifically the sun. I think it has to be Sol, the sun.
If you went to another planet, would you be invincible?
I could very well be.
What about tanning beds?
Tanning bed's perfectly fine. It's got to be Sol. It's Sol. It's something magic about our sun and our
UV rays.
Our yellow sun.
that is very specific to our sun and our solar system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So roll a comfort or support.
All right.
Mundane.
So let's see how well I comforted you. 3. I did not comfort you. In fact, I probably made you feel more guilty somehow.
Yeah, we got into, rather than being comforted, I'm just kind of confused by the logistics of your powers.
I'm gonna yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try. So I have the ability the best of them, which is if I can comfort or support someone by telling them how they exemplify the best parts of Earth, I can use freak instead of mundane. So
Love it.
I'm going to comfort Annie by saying, it's like a lot like the Breakfast Club, and we all came together. We might not all get along, and we might have different backgrounds and everything, but we're all okay right now, aren't we? Right?
I
Nightboi?
guess it is like the Breakfast Club.
All right. Roll plus freak.
11.
Oh, you do that. Okay, so you can on a 10 plus, you can add a team to the pool or clear condition yourself.
Yeah, I'll add to the pool. Also, yeah, was that okay interpretation? Sorry, when I said the way I interpret it to my character, the best exemplify Earth is compare to movies and pop culture.
Best exemplify good movies.
I love it. I love it.
That's my interpretation of it. Okay, cool.
Ray, you have Lucy wrapped up. She says, "Oh God, just gag me with a spoon."
I say, okay. and I run to look for a spoon.
Nightboi. You can see they're trying to get through this barrier that's between them. And you can see as they're reaching out there, each of them on their inner forearm, you see something you recognize. That symbol you saw that was carved underneath one of the desks in the library of that lowercase I with an I where the dot should be.
Oh,
it's tattooed on their.
I say,
on their inner.
There's few things that really upset me, but vandalism is one of them.
What are you talking about?
These guys have been drawing that stupid eye with an eye on it.
What are you talking about?
Who's asking?
Lucy.
You're the one who has the eye on the eye.
Well, yeah, on myself.
Yeah. So I saw that inside the library. So that has to be you or your stupid gang of jerks.
It's not. It wasn't me. Beal, was that you? He just shakes his head.
Either way, it's one of your gang of jerks. So maybe it was Taurus or maybe it was whoever else is in your stupid gang.
Who's in your gang? Taurus?
Taurus is on the ground right now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Who all's in your gang, huh? Huh?
You, not one to,
Do I need to use a power to get you to talk?
Why should I tell you?
All right.
You
let's see here.
You
I'm going to pierce the mask.
You wouldn't understand. All right.
I'm going to pierce the mask. 8.
Choose one.
What are you really planning with your gang?
Trying to change things around here. For the better, you know?
No.
All these old heroes have been running things way too long. Things need to change. They've got way too much power.
Okay, that's like a lot of vague sayings. I'm asking what your plan is. How are you planning to do that? Was it just going to detention and tying her up?
We had planned to take her with us, but didn't quite work out the way I had planned.
No, it sure as heck didn't. So you're the one behind all this with your stupid eye with an eye?
Oh no, I'm just the messenger.
So it was your idea, or were you working with the eye with an eye?
Listen, we've got some friends who want to make things better, and they gave us a job, and it was up to us to figure out how to carry it out. Guess we should have planned better.
I look at my watch and I say, when are the Sentinels getting here? Yo! I don't know your name.
What is Miss Maverick doing?
Miss Maverick.
They're on their way. They're probably busy doing something else right now.
All right, so do we sit on these people until they get here or what?
I'm going to double up the defenses by making force fields around both of us that keep them apart. And
great, unleash your power.
6.
You try and modify your force field, and something goes wrong.
Maybe I can't make 2 at a time.
Yep, and by trying to do that, you overexert yourself, and the force field between them shorts out, and they latch onto each other. And
son of a
boom, they're gone.
For good?
So I'm just holding air?
Yep. You look around.
I think both of us who are on top of them fall to the ground heavily.
I just get mad and go, God, the Sentinels are so fucking worthless.
So I think that was my fault, guys.
Oh, I do swear. I just don't use gendered swears.
Oh. Cool. It's not your fault, Annie.
It kind of was.
I go to comfort Annie again with my -1, and I roll a 3. And I say, Annie, don't worry about it. You're just a computer.
You do. So, Ray, you fall on top of Taurus, who just moans. And coughs up some blood.
Oh no.
Oh, geez. Internal bleeding.
I swiped my finger on it and put it in my mouth. And I was like, oh, God, thank you. I was so hungry.
You're the skunk of this campaign. You'll just eat any blood.
He grabs hold of your hand, Nightboi.
Wait, before I could put it in my mouth?
Yeah.
Son of a...
Your tongue is like sticking out trying to reach the finger.
He moans, just, you've got to stop them.
Okay, let me eat this blood. I'm fucking hungry.
No, you don't. He looks at you seriously. You don't. I didn't know how extreme that they were whenever I started all this.
Hey, tell you what. You let go of my hand, and then you tell me what I with an I is, and we'll do whatever, please?
You've got to find... Listen, there's more of them everywhere.
Yeah, I figured because someone had to draw the I and the I with the library, and not let go of my hand.
He lets go of your hand.
Thank you.
You gotta find the... You've got to find the Inquisitor.
Find the Inquisitor. Is that what the I stands for?
That's their... And he coughs up some more blood.
Oh, thank you.
And dies.
Wait, dies?
What?
Whoa.
I turn to Miss Maverick and I say, I can make him alive again.
She shakes her... No.
Like,
do I have like a built-in defibrillator or something?
That's up to you, man.
You can try.
Unleash your powers and see if you can resurrect a guy.
Yeah, I think I pull him into a bear hug and yell, "Clear!" And go,
Adorable.
"Psh." Is he okay?
Well, roll.
Unleash your powers.
Roll what?
Unleash your powers.
Unleash your
It's
powers.
free.
So yeah, 2d6 plus freak.
9.
You pick up a faint heartbeat, but he's still unconscious.
Clear!
Let's get this. No, not again.
And you kill him again.
Oh, jeez.
Let's get him to the infirmary. Miss
Yeah.
Maverick, can you finally do something?
Yeah, like one of your students died.
Miss Maverick, I'm sorry, but you're being useless.
I have 5 broken ribs. It
can
hurts
get
to breathe.
Maybe we take both of you to the infirmary, but we can't do it ourselves because we're
This guy's
kids.
dying of a heart attack. You have 5 broken ribs?
Probably
Seriously,
still
your
locked down.
priorities are fucked.
Again, I have 5 broken ribs. It hurts to breathe. I was just electrocuted.
Right.
Give me a goddamn second.
I pick him up over my shoulder and start running to the infirmary.
I unleash my powers and try to turn into a gorilla again. I roll a 12. Great. So as a gorilla, I fling her over my shoulders and I can quickly run towards the infirmary along with you.
Probably doesn't make her better.
No, I mean, I can carry her gently as a gorilla and be faster.
Okay, on your way to the infirmary, all the lights turn back on, and the barriers over the doors shrunk back up. You hear. Would you like to explain what's going on here?
Bad stuff.
In the entrance to the hallway, you see a man wearing a purple cape, and he's dressed like a Roman centurion.
Oh, a sentinel. Finally, you get here when everything's done.
I was fighting a dragon.
Uh-huh.
Forgive me.
A dragon.
You all recognize this here as Captain Ares. He's like one of the top sentinels.
Well, 2 people almost died, so let's hurry it up here.
All right.
Yeah, we're trying to get them to the infirmary.
They need to go to a hospital. And he takes Miss Maverick from you. We need to get them to the hospital right now. He picks up both of them actually, and starts levitating. When all this is done, we're gonna need to have a long, long talk.
I agree.
Can it wait till Monday?
We were just in detention. We didn't do anything.
Well,
Miss Maverick said because we helped her, we could get out of detention. And I look at my watch and see what time is it at this point?
11.
11. What time were we supposed to get out of detention?
3.
So we made 4 hours.
All right, listen, you just go back to your dorms. The others will be here soon. I'm gonna take the rest of these to the hospital, but we're gonna have to have a talk after things are done.
You guys want to hang out in my room until your parents get here?
It's like a sonic boom as he like super speed flies out of the hallway. All the locker doors like crash open.
Great.
You guys want to go to my room? I've got Dixit.
Sure.
Cool. I love that game.
Yeah. Okay. But as we're walking to Nightboi's dorm to play Dixit, Ray takes out their phone and starts playing "Don't You Forget About Me."
Don't you forget about me.
I throw my fist in the air.
Freeze frame. Credits.
Oh, and I take out the aux cable that I grabbed and give it to Nightboi. Is this what you were looking for?
Thanks.
Hello, all you beautiful babies. It's your favorite DM, GM, whatever, Hayden.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Ivan, I guess.
And I'm Stan Ferguson.
Alright, so, never done this before. How'd you like the episode?
That was
I
great.
thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was fun.
Coolers.
It's
cool.
weird to not have Jody around, but it's great to have Bobby around.
It did tickle the pleasure centers of my brain.
This is how Stan talks when he's not DMing.
Oh god. Right. So, does anyone have anything that they would like to plug?
I would like to plug my podcast, They See Me Rollin'.
Okay.
Oh,
That's about this
I've heard of
podcast.
that.
IGM. I want to plug all of campaign 1 in case you just started with this one.
I guess I was on Oops, I Talked Politics with our friend Ryan the other day. Just me and him. If you want to listen to that, listen to that.
Listen to it, baby.
Yeah, if you like to hear more Hayden and I content, we host That Gay Shit, which is a podcast about queer culture, together, and that's fun. And a thing we do, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you like the show, want to get in contact with us, please join our Facebook group. It's a lot of cool, fun people in there. That's how I met Bobby, actually.
Yeah.
Or hit me specifically up on Twitter. I run the TSMR Twitter page, which is
TSMRcast.
Whatever, which is TSMRcast. I'm on there a lot, more than I should be probably.
Not enough. I throw in the promotional tweets, so on occasion you'll see one signed SF.
Mm-hmm. For
San Francisco.
Yes,
Save me, San Francisco. And if you really like the show and want to help us out, please leave a review. It means so much to us. Even if you hate it, just leave a 5-star review detailing everything that you hate, all of your grievances.
You know, the difference, there's a very thin divide between pain and pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the divide is so thin. And if you do leave a review, I will. I'll write a song for you that we will play at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lucas. This one is for you. Oh, Lucas.
Lucas.
You're pretty
Lucas,
neat.
Lucas.
You have average-sized feet.
Feet.
And I mean feet in the sense of measurement because you're because you're still in the metric system. No, you're not in the metric system. That's not what we have in America.
It's not.
Lucas, you're pretty cool.
So cool.
You have a lot of drool on your pillowcase.
So cool you drool.
But I don't think you drool in the non-literal sense because you're really cool. Oh, Lucas, you're the reviewer in my heart. You're cool and neat and definitely don't drool.
Except metaphorically.
Good point.
That was my worst one yet.
Sorry,
this
Lucas.
is a little bit janky, but
It's more, listen, I'm going like more of a Bob Dylan freeform poetry thing, all right? You just don't understand
No,
my
I think
art.
it's great.
Hey, I tried to give you some backup vocals.
Definitely added to it.
Really added some spice to it. I appreciate it.
it was
All right.
It was unique.
Okay, let's end this.
Who wants to do the Jody credits?
Oh, I'll do the Jody credits.
All right.
But I guess we don't have a fly on you. We're not Nightbirds anymore.
Our listeners are nightbirds.
Oh, okay. Then do you want to say that now?
Yes,
Still?
I do.
Okay.
Fly on, you beautiful nightbirds, and thanks for all the references to CW shows.
It's easy. This time it was the Breakfast Club.
Ear Trumpet Audio. You should listen to it. It's pretty good.
This episode has been edited by Stan Ferguson. Our music is by Ron Lubovich. You can check out Ron Lubovich on his blog, God's Little Peep Show. Additional music is by Hayden, which I don't know if it's going to be on this episode or not, or if Hayden's going to do new music or whatever.